There was a party last night, too. At that house. Polar opposites, no in between men.
Did anybody do their chores today? Fuck, I'm just gonna do it.
I think they knew them. I think they may have even been friends with them. I think it had to have been somebody close to them to have been able to get away with it like this.
Just like my captain is saying, we're going to try to figure out you guys a place where you guys can go, be warm, because it's too cold out here.
I think we're gonna stand up at Emily's house.
You don't be a victim. You stand up for yourself and you do everything in your power to make sure people hear you. And they're gonna hear Kaylee. They're gonna hear Maddie. They're gonna hear these.
The other two as well.
Yes.
Football this Saturday.
Be quiet.
Okay.
Because the houses that are on this hill all the way around here, we can hear you from clear down the road when we were coming up here. We can hear the music.
Okay.
And that's
I'm so sorry.
where we're past the point of having polite conversations, okay?
11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
But in the same term, tell them not to leave with alcohol.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the first way you're going to get us to contact you.
Yeah.
Don't do stupid shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard somebody say, don't do stupid shit and the cops won't touch you.
Yeah.
Be smart. Don't be stupid. Don't draw attention to yourself. Right?
Yep.
Cool.
I think there was 3 of them. Can't remember that for sure, but there was at least a couple in the back, I think, and Kaylee was up front. October of 20. I think they started last year. I think when she first texted me, I think I got there at 10:15. I think there was 3 total. I think there were 3 total. Like I said, there's quite a few working since like 10 a.m. and I've been out till 3 the night before. I think I was pulled in the driveway and backing out when they were walking up. I think so. I think there's another, but I think like it might be one of those other houses that's just towards King Street, like one of those some rides takes people back to there. I think that was before they took some people from there to campus, like Greek Row, I think.
Hey, we're looking into I don't know if it's true, but I was looking into a report that said it was like almost a blunt, heavy object and a really strong person did it.
Do you know the person hosting the party?
A guy named Matt, I think.
Okay.
Kaylee Gonzalez, Special Agent. I'm with the FBI. Do you have a second?
Somewhere around 2 and 2:30, again, I don't fully remember, I heard Maddie and Kaylee come home. Again, the walls are pretty thin, like you can hear everything.
Was that right?
Xana Kernodle. Ethan Chapin. Kaylee Gonçalves. Madison Mogan.
Wake from your sleep, drying of your tears. Today we escape, we escape. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us, before all hell breaks loose. Breathe, keep breathing. Don't lose your nerve. Breathe, keep breathing. I can't do this alone.
I personally keep thinking, how did the killer get out the sliding door of the kitchen, get to the car, get into the car, get to wherever the dumping ground was to get rid of the bloody clothing, the knife, and all the other implements of the crime, and get back to an apartment? And if it's Kohberger's apartment, all without leaving a forensic trail that was, a beacon of blinking lights, because that didn't exist. And I keep wondering, what did that killer do to hide those tracks so well?
It's what if I said the killer actually wrote what he would do? Because Bryan wrote a paper saying how he would go into a crime scene and not leave any evidence in that crime scene. So I think you just need to read what he wrote. He wrote exactly what he did, and he probably did more. Who knows what he learned in that Reddit post where he interviewed criminals that got caught or got away with different crimes. And, I believe he incorporated those into his night of action. So
there were different accounts of when the commotion took place. There were several people in the community who said that it happened between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. But before we go there, I want you to take a close listen to Christy Gone Calves back in 2022 while interviewing with Lawrence Jones. Listen carefully to what she says after her husband Stephen goes on his soapbox about his daughter, how Kaylee and Maddie's voices will be heard.
You don't be a victim. You stand up for yourself and you do everything in your power to make sure people hear you. And they're gonna hear Kaylee. They're gonna hear Maddie. They're gonna hear these.
The other two as well.
Yes.
What does she mean with that remark? I bet. It's like she knows something. It's as if she holds something against Stephen. She is embittered. Or is it something else that she is thinking that possesses her to make a remark such as, I bet, in response to her husband on national TV, after he says, I, and then she, referencing Kaylee? Or rather, Kaylee and Madison, only after Christy reminds him that there were 4 victims and not 2. What does Steve and possibly Christy Gonçalves hold in their hearts and imaginations that lead us to believe that Kaylee and Maddie were not the same type of victim as were Zana and Ethan? If we abide by the original narrative, distributed, or rather manufactured, and then distributed by local law enforcement, along with the University of Idaho, then yes, victims Maddie and Kaylee were the same type of victims as were Zana and Ethan. But if we are to separate the 2 pairs of victims by time, then we are to theorize that we had one set of U of I students who became victims within the first hour of November 13th, and another set of U of I students who became victims within the second hour of that dirty and puzzling morning. For Zana and Ethan's conditions, those soon to arrive from the corner club would never withhold what they would return home to discover. For Zana and Ethan's conditions, Kaylee and Madison had to be eliminated. Let's focus on the hour of 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. This is what the King Road community tells us about the 2 to 3 hour.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Have you talked to all your roommates and stuff like that?
Yeah. We
Okay.
kind of got the whole. Nobody like know what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody hear anything last night? Anything like that? Suspicious this morning? Anything?
I fell asleep around like 11, and then I woke up around like 2 to like some yelling.
At 2?
Yeah, around like 2 or 3 to like some yelling. But it didn't sound like it was right over here. It sounded like it was more down this way.
Okay.
So I don't really know. But that's really all I've ever heard. So.
What can you tell me? Did you go to the party?
No, I slept through that.
Okay.
I was sleeping at the Whites with John. Crashed pretty early, and then we were up. We got back up around really early in the morning, like 2, 3.
What time did you guys crash, roughly?
8 maybe.
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We woke up around that time that happened.
Okay.
I think the girls that lived on King Street and them, her ex-boyfriend told them that Kaylee tried calling around during that time, that everything happened.
Okay, well, during what time?
I think around 3.
3 in the morning. Kaylee tried. Which? Okay.
I think that's
And who said that?
the girls that live at King and like.
Okay, so they told you that Kaylee attempted to call sometime around 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, if Kayla heard from Jack DeCoeur that Kaylee was calling while the commotion was happening, then Jack D knew when Kaylee was getting pummeled. But as far as we have heard here from Miss Nguyen, She didn't hear this firsthand from Jack D. Rather, she heard this information from the King Street girls. Help me with this one if any of you have the time. This is what it boils down to. The person or persons who knew that several calls were being made from Kaylee's phone to Jack D's phone between 2:20 a.m. to 2:55 in the morning also knew that it was happening, earmarked by phone times. We can see this much when each of the interviews are placed over one another using the overlay method of criminal analysis. Here are more words spoken from people who knew that a violent event was taking place between 2 and 3, separate from the tragedy that occurred between 1 and 1:30 on the morning of November 13th.
The gal Mitch is talking to said that she can, said that they're pretty small hands. Said they saw a guy come in last night with a ski mask on or a black mask on, and heard screaming and stuff, like around 3 or 4.
So, it's, from what it sounds like, there was a fifth female present in this room when the guy showed up. She saw him come in from the back. He was wearing a black ski mask.
That's the gal that's at the station.
Yeah, I think so. And I think she was in this bedroom here, and she said that she locked her, and I'm getting this third hand from Shane. She said she locked herself in here.
I think we need to post this timeline because it's a small community. This is like 6,000-7,000 people. We need to put a timeline out there where just random people can look there. I mean, people don't know, but their Teslas are filming 24/7, 7 days a week. So there could be somebody who doesn't realize that they have evidence.
Their ring cams, their phones, they were out and they were recording, and you know what? They look and, oh, what's that shady person? Look at that guy that just ran across the camera in the back. It's always those little things.
Did you get gas during the time that this activity was going on?
Gas stations. Did somebody go in and buy Band-Aids? I mean, obviously they're checking hospitals for somebody going in and, you know, we're assuming this person was wounded. We're assuming this person got hurt in this struggle and this altercation that took place that night. You know, they possibly needed stitches or were, you know, going to Walgreens at 3 in the morning getting Band-Aids.
And what about that earlier event at 1:20 a.m. when Zana and Ethan were eliminated from a game that they inadvertently became one with?
Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything?
Yes, he was barking a lot.
Throughout the night, or?
When I heard Kaylee go upstairs, he's barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was outside. I don't know how the police found him because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has a puppy, he barks, but he was barking a lot if there was someone there.
And that was at 1:32, or was that around
Like
4?
4.
You look lonely. I can fix that.